Did you know that drivers over 70 are involved in more fatal crashes per kilometer than any other age group except teenagers? And by 2026, Canada is enforcing new laws that could take your license away, even if you've never had an accident. That's right, just growing older could trigger medical tests, driving restrictions, or even complete disqualification from a road. It might sound harsh, but these new rules are built on research, and they're coming fast. Provinces are tightening requirements, insurers are hiking premiums, and even your family could now legally report you as unfit to drive. Imagine waking up one morning, and a letter from the government says you can't drive anymore. No warning, no second chance. But don't panic. In this video, we'll uncover the 10 laws that every senior driver in Canada must know in 2026. And more importantly, we'll show you how to stay on the road safely and confidently. Number 1. Mandatory medical testing at age 70. Let's start with one of the most impactful changes, mandatory medical testing starting at age 70. While this isn't brand new, 2026 brings a stricter and more standardized approach across Canada. In provinces like Ontario, Alberta, and British Columbia, senior drivers will now be required to undergo medical evaluations every 2 years after turning 70, with the frequency increasing as they age. These aren't just basic checkups. They often include vision tests, physical assessments, and sometimes even cognitive evaluations. The goal is to ensure that reflexes, eyesight, and general health are still strong enough for safe driving. But for many, this feels like a test of independence rather than ability. What's especially concerning is that failing any part of this medical exam could trigger a suspension or loss of license, even if the person has a clean driving record. In some cases, seniors receive only a short time to correct health issues or provide extra documentation, or they're taken off the road entirely. According to health and transportation agencies, these changes are being implemented to prevent crashes caused by age-related decline, such as slower reaction times, medication side effects, or undiagnosed cognitive issues like early dementia. While these concerns are real, the suddenness of the process can be overwhelming and deeply emotional for those affected. Still, there are smart ways to prepare. Seniors can stay ahead by scheduling annual checkups proactively, keeping a record of medications, and getting regular vision and hearing tests. A strong relationship with your doctor and a proactive health routine can make all the difference between passing or failing. If you're nearing that age, or have a loved one who is, it's time to take this seriously. Because passing these tests means more than just a license. It means freedom. Have you or someone you know faced these new medical driving tests? Share your story in the comments. And if you found this valuable, subscribe now. It's just one click, but it means the world to us. Number 2. Cognitive screening for license renewal. Across Canada, cognitive decline is now one of the leading concerns when it comes to senior driver safety, and in 2026, provinces are taking firm action. Drivers over a certain age, often 75, are now being required to pass a cognitive screening test before they can renew their license. This isn't just about memory loss. These tests are designed to evaluate how quickly and accurately you can process information, make decisions, and respond to sudden changes on the road. One of the most common tools used is the SMAR-MD test, a screening method developed by medical researchers to predict driving risk based on mental performance. Understandably, this has caused a wave of anxiety among many older drivers. What if you freeze during the test? What if a bad day costs you your independence? It's a scary thought, especially when you spent a lifetime driving safely. But here's the thing, failing the test doesn't always mean you'll lose your license. Often, it leads to a full driving assessment with an occupational therapist, giving drivers a second chance to prove their capability. Still, the pressure is real, and the emotional weight of being tested at this stage of life can be incredibly stressful. To stay prepared, seniors should focus on keeping their minds sharp. This doesn't mean solving calculus problems. It means engaging in daily activities that challenge your thinking. Crossword puzzles, memory games, or even learning a new hobby can boost cognitive flexibility. Staying socially active, getting proper sleep, and eating brain-healthy foods like berries and leafy greens also play a role. And if you're worried, talk to your doctor. There are early warning signs they can help you look out for, and ways to intervene before it's too late. What do you think about cognitive testing for older drivers? Let us know below, and please, hit that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you these crucial updates. Number 3. Vision standards tightened. Eyesight is everything when it comes to safe driving, and in 2026, Canada is raising the bar. New federal and provincial regulations now require stricter vision standards for all drivers over the age of 65, and they're being enforced with more consistency than ever before. These aren't just your standard read-the-eye chart exams anymore. The updated tests place a greater focus on peripheral vision, contrast sensitivity, and night vision, all of which naturally decline with age. If you can't meet the new thresholds, you could be denied license renewal on the spot, even if your central vision is fine. Many seniors are shocked to learn how much their peripheral vision or night clarity has changed over time. You might feel like you see well enough, but when it comes to spotting cyclists, pedestrians, or reacting to sudden movement, those slight changes can make a major difference. The regulations are based on research showing that vision-related errors are among the top contributors to intersection and nighttime crashes involving seniors. That's why authorities are no longer leaving vision checks to chance. In some provinces, even optometrists are now required to report vision issues to the licensing office. The good news? There's a lot you can do to stay ahead. Annual comprehensive eye exams are now a must, not just for your license, but for your safety. If you wear glasses, make sure they're updated and specifically designed for driving, especially at night. Consider anti-glare lenses, and if you notice increased sensitivity to headlights or trouble reading road signs, don't ignore it. Investing in your vision is investing in your independence. Driving isn't just about going from A to B. It's about freedom, dignity, and staying connected to the world around you. Do you think current vision standards are fair for older drivers? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't yet, subscribe now to support the work we put into keeping you informed. Number 4. Driving restrictions based on conditions. For many seniors, 2026 brings a new kind of license, one with strings attached. Across Canada, licensing authorities are now issuing conditional licenses that limit when, where, or how you can drive. That means you might be approved to keep your license, but only for daytime driving, or only within a certain distance from your home. In some cases, seniors are restricted from using highways, driving at night, or even operating a vehicle in poor weather. These changes are part of a national push to reduce age-related crash risks without immediately pulling seniors off the road. These decisions are often made based on medical reports, past driving records, or the results of a re-examination. While the idea behind this law is safety, not punishment, it can feel deeply personal. For some, it's a welcome compromise. For others, it's a harsh reminder that their independence is slipping away. Unfortunately, once restrictions are added, they're rarely removed. That's why it's so important to understand your rights and take steps early to demonstrate safe driving ability. The more proactive you are, the less likely you are to face harsh limitations. If you're worried about losing access to highways or night driving, there are ways to prepare. Start by sticking to familiar routes, avoiding high-risk driving hours, and always making sure your car is properly maintained. Installing dash cams or enrolling in senior driving improvement programs can also help show licensing authorities that you're serious about safety. Most importantly, stay informed. These decisions aren't just made by a computer. Your actions, habits, and attitude matter. In a world of evolving traffic laws, the best way to keep control of your license is to prove that you're still in control behind the wheel. What would you do if your license came with restrictions? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep you updated with real, helpful insights like this. Number 5. Increased license renewal frequency. Gone are the days when a driver's license renewal happened every 5 or 10 years. In 2026, senior drivers across Canada will face much more frequent renewal cycles, often every 2 years after age 70, and in some provinces, even annually after 80. The reason? Authorities want to ensure that health conditions, vision, reflexes, and cognitive abilities are being monitored regularly. On the surface, it seems logical, but in reality, this means more appointments, more paperwork, more tests, and more opportunities for one small issue to delay or block renewal. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially when you've driven for decades without a single ticket or collision. But the renewal process has become more than just a formality. it's now a full evaluation. Some provinces require medical reports, vision test results, and even a retesting of driving knowledge or skills, especially if concerns have been raised. This increased scrutiny is part of a broader move to reduce preventable accidents involving older drivers, but can also feel like a system designed to catch you off guard. To stay ahead, treat license renewal like a regular health checkup. Keep track of all medical documents, vision prescriptions, and correspondence from your licensing office. Know when your renewal date is coming and don't leave it to the last minute. If you're ever unsure about what's required, call your local licensing center or check their website. The more prepared you are, the smoother the process. And remember, renewing your license isn't just a bureaucratic step. It's your ticket to freedom, confidence, and staying connected to your daily life. Don't let paperwork or a missed deadline stand in your way. Would you be ready if your license had to be renewed every year? Drop your answer in the comments. And while you're here, subscribe so you never miss an update that could protect your right to drive. Number 6. Technology Assessment. Know your car. Modern cars are evolving fast, and in 2026, senior drivers are expected to keep up. New Canadian driving regulations now include an informal but important requirement: the ability to understand and properly use in-vehicle technology. Features like lane departure warnings, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, rear-view cameras, and emergency braking systems aren't just nice extras anymore. They're considered essential tools for road safety. If you can't demonstrate basic understanding of these features during a driving assessment or after a complaint, your license could be flagged for review. This shift is driven by a growing body of research showing that while modern car tech reduces collisions, it's only effective when drivers actually know how to use it. Unfortunately, many seniors report feeling intimidated or confused by digital dashboards, unfamiliar icons, and voice-controlled systems. That confusion can lead to mistakes, like turning off safety features by accident or reacting too slowly in a high-risk situation. Licensing authorities are now emphasizing driver familiarity with safety technology as a factor in overall driving fitness, especially during re-evaluations for older drivers. So how can you stay ahead? Take time to read your vehicle's manual, and if that feels overwhelming, ask your dealer or a family member for a hands-on walkthrough. Many communities now offer free senior tech workshops through driving schools or local libraries where you can practice using these tools without pressure. The more confident you are with your car's safety systems, the more confidently you'll drive, and that's exactly what licensing officials want to see. Technology isn't here to replace your skills, it's here to support them. But it only works if you're willing to learn. Do you feel comfortable using this safety tech in your car? Let us know below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this vital series for senior drivers. Number 7. Zero tolerance for driving errors in retesting. Starting in 2026, Canada's senior driver retesting rules have gotten a lot stricter, and there's one change that's turning heads: zero tolerance for major driving errors. That means if you make even one serious mistake, like failing to yield, running a red light, or not shoulder checking during a lane change, you could fail the entire test on the spot. No second chances, no do-overs. For many seniors, this rule feels like a trap, especially for those who may simply be nervous during the test but are otherwise capable and cautious drivers. What's fueling this change is a wave of data showing that serious driving errors, even isolated ones, can lead to deadly accidents, particularly in busy intersections or pedestrian-heavy areas. Seniors, due to slower reflexes or overconfidence, are statistically more likely to make critical judgment errors under pressure. Authorities believe that if a driver can't perform safely during a short, controlled evaluation, they're more likely to pose a danger in real-world conditions. It's part of a broader push to make Canadian roads safer for everyone, but it also means far less room for error if you're up for reevaluation. If you're facing a retest, the best thing you can do is prepare like it's your first license exam. Book a few lessons with a driving instructor who specializes in senior assessments. Practice in the area where your test will be held. Focus on the little things that get overlooked: complete stops, shoulder checks, mirror use, and signaling. And above all, stay calm. Confidence and consistency go a long way. Remember, this isn't about proving your worth. It's about proving you're still a safe part of the road community. Would one small driving error cost you your license? Share your thoughts below. And if you want more updates like this, click that subscribe button. We're here to help you stay on the road. Number 8. Automatic insurance premium increases post-75. Even if you have a spotless driving record, once you hit age 75, your insurance premium is likely going up, whether you like it or not. In 2026, Canadian insurers have adjusted their policies, and now most companies apply automatic rate increases to drivers over 75. This isn't about your personal history behind the wheel. It's about statistical risk, and unfortunately, older drivers are seen as more likely to be involved in costly collisions, especially involving injuries. The result? You could be paying hundreds more per year just because of your birth date. For seniors on fixed incomes, this change can feel like a quiet penalty for aging. You may not notice it until renewal time, when the bill suddenly spikes with little explanation. What makes it more frustrating is that some companies offer few ways to lower it, even with good driving behavior. While there are discounts for bundling home and auto insurance, safe driving programs, or installing tracking devices, many seniors feel caught in a system that assumes they're unsafe no matter how carefully they drive. And yes, shopping around helps, but many older adults feel uncomfortable switching providers or navigating complex online comparisons. The best defense is knowledge. Start by calling your insurer and asking about their senior policies and whether you're enrolled in any Safe Driver Rewards programs. If not, look into options like usage-based insurance, where your actual driving habits, speed, braking, mileage are tracked to determine your premium. Some provinces also offer government-backed insurance options with fewer age-based penalties. And don't be afraid to switch providers if you find a better rate. Your loyalty should be to your wallet, not the insurance company. Have you noticed your premiums rising after 75? Drop your experience in the comments. And if you appreciate insights like this, hit that subscribe button. One click keeps you informed. Number 9. Public reporting system for at-risk drivers. One of the most controversial changes arriving in 2026 is the expansion of Canada's public reporting system for at-risk senior drivers. Under the new guidelines, not only can doctors and police report a driver they believe is unfit, now, so can family members, caregivers, or even concerned citizens. All it takes is a formal report, and your license could be placed under review. No warning, no immediate chance to defend yourself. This system is designed with public safety in mind, but for many seniors, it feels like being put under surveillance by the people closest to them. The idea behind this change is simple: prevent accidents before they happen. If someone is showing signs of confusion, delayed reaction times, or risky driving behaviors, authorities want a way to intervene before tragedy strikes. Unfortunately, this opens the door to false reports, misunderstandings, or even family conflicts, especially when emotions run high. Once a report is filed, the licensing authority can require medical assessments, driving tests, or immediate suspension, even if the claim isn't proven yet. The process is meant to be fair, but it can feel like your independence is being challenged behind your back. To protect yourself, it's essential to stay transparent with your loved ones about your driving abilities. If you've had a near miss or health change, talk to your doctor before someone else raises the alarm. Keep a record of your checkups, any medications you're taking, and changes in your driving habits. Staying ahead of the system is the best way to avoid being blindsided. Because in 2026, it's not just the government watching. It could be the people sitting at your dinner table. Do you think it's fair for family or neighbors to report a driver? Share your take in the comments. And please subscribe now to stay informed on the laws that affect your life. Number 10. Gradual phasing out of older vehicles. In 2026, a silent but significant shift is underway on Canadian roads. Older vehicles are being quietly pushed out. New provincial safety regulations are making it harder for seniors to keep driving older model cars, especially those lacking modern safety features like backup cameras, lane departure alerts, blind spot monitoring, and electronic stability control. While there's no official ban yet, vehicles that don't meet updated safety standards are increasingly being flagged during inspections, denied insurance coverage, or even deemed unfit for certain road conditions. If your car was built before 2010, it could soon be on the chopping block. This is a big blow for many senior drivers who've been driving the same trusted car for years, sometimes decades. These vehicles are familiar, paid off, and comfortable. But the new rules say comfort isn't enough anymore. Transport Canada and insurance regulators argue that older cars are not only more prone to breakdowns, but also offer less protection in collisions. They cite research showing that modern vehicles with updated safety tech can reduce accident risk by as much as 40%. The message is clear. If your car can't help keep you safe, it's time to move on. Fortunately, there are ways to adapt. Many provinces now offer incentive programs and rebates for trading in older vehicles, especially when upgrading to safer, eco-friendly models. Seniors on fixed incomes can also explore low-interest financing or community vehicle assistance programs to help with the transition. If you're unsure about your current vehicle's eligibility, schedule a safety inspection or speak with your insurance provider. Because in today's driving landscape, your vehicle isn't just a tool, it's a reflection of your fitness to drive. Is your car older than 2010? Tell us how you feel about these new changes. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep you ahead of the curve. Canada's 2026 driving laws are changing fast, and for senior drivers, the impact is real. These aren't just minor updates. They're sweeping reforms designed to assess not just your ability to drive, but your vision, cognitive function, reaction time, and even your familiarity with vehicle technology. For some, these laws may feel like the system is working against them, but in reality, they're built on data and designed to prevent accidents before they happen, especially those involving aging drivers who may not realize their abilities have changed. Still, losing your license isn't inevitable. The truth is, with the right preparation, awareness, and mindset, you can continue driving safely for years to come. Whether it's staying current with medical checkups, learning how to use new car tech, or practicing for retests, the power is still in your hands. What matters most now is being proactive, not waiting until the government or someone else tells you it's time to stop. Remember, these new laws aren't just about rules. They're about protecting you, your passengers, and everyone else on the road. Driving is more than just transportation. It's independence, freedom, connection. And the last thing any of us want is for that to be taken away without a fair chance to adapt. So take this information seriously. Talk to your doctor, book those tests, and check your vehicle. The earlier you start, the better prepared you'll be. Because in 2026, knowledge is just as important as skill, and staying informed might be what keeps you in the driver's seat. Which of these new rules surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. If you found this helpful, please support our channel by subscribing. It's just one click, but it helps us more than you know. Thanks for watching.